Okay, so difference between abstraction and encapsulation. Abstraction and encapsulation. So this is also another interview question. Abstraction, it's a process of hiding the implementation details. That means a logic you are hiding it. Whereas encapsulation is the process of hiding the data. So that's what encapsulation means. Abstraction is more general concept, while encapsulation is more specific. Abstraction is a way to manage complexity, while encapsulation is a way to protect the data. So these are the few differences. Please give these differences. Can we instantiate a class which doesn't have even a single abstract methods, but declared as abstract? See, all these kind of questions are very important. No, we cannot instantiate a class once it is declared as an abstract, even though it doesn't have an abstract methods. Okay. Even though if you don't have abstract methods, still if you declare it as abstract class, you cannot instantiate it. You cannot instantiate it.
Tinala. Apple tintawa?
Why final and abstract cannot be used at a time? So both are right a different behavior. Final means you cannot modify anything. Right? You cannot modify anything. So final class or method cannot be modified further, right? That's the final class. But abstract class, so our method must be modified. We can modify later. A final keyword is to denote that a class or method doesn't need further improvements. But abstract keyword is to denote that a class method needs further improvements. In the child classes, you can implement them with the abstract methods. So that's a difference between a final and abstract.
Wow, look at this conveyor belt. Captain. Ow. The conveyor belt.
So what are some common design patterns that make use of abstraction?
Ouch. What are we supposed to
So
do?
there are many design patterns, like, these are the design patterns. Means I think you are hearing first time, right? So don't worry, these are factory pattern, strategy patterns, and observer pattern. These are the design patterns of, how you can effectively write the code. So that design patterns will be used, but it's okay. So don't worry about this. Okay, if they ask you, just you remember for some of them, but you can tell that I didn't work on these design patterns. Okay, so for the automation testers, we don't need this. Developers need these design patterns.
Thanks. I need you to do something for me.
So what are the
Can you
advantages?
mute someone, Ramesh? There are some noises coming. It will record, I think.
Oh, okay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of using abstraction in software development? So basically, if you use abstraction, so you can improve the code reusability and increase modularity. Modularity means you can divide the complex code into smaller modules. That's a modularity. And you can easily maintain those code. And disadvantages, so increased complexity and overhead and potential for over engineering. Every time you have to keep monitoring them. So that's the disadvantages. So what are some best practices for using abstraction in your code? So best practices means define clear and concise interfaces or abstract classes. In the abstraction, you have to clearly define the interfaces and abstract classes. So avoiding over engineering, favoring a composition over inheritance. So additionally, it is important to test your classes and interfaces thoroughly to ensure that the implementation methods are working correctly. So that's very important here. Once you declare them, then you will implement in the child classes, right? Those child classes methods are working or not, you have to check that. So that's the one thing. Okay, so let's go and write some abstract class so that you will get some better idea. Then we'll discuss interface, very important concept. Let me show you one abstract class I will create. But here we don't have a direct option, but you need to include a class with abstract keyword. I'll show you how to include. Then just create a normal class, okay? Normal class, abstract demo. So you can add just before class keyword, abstract. That's it. So now the class will become abstract class. Now you can create a variables, all types of variables. Maybe you can create public, static, string, yes equal to, so Java, so protected, int I equal to 20. So you can declare a static variables, you can declare a non-static variables. Both variables you can declare. Even I can create a constructor also. Public, so abstract demo. So abstract class constructor. Let's create some abstract methods. So abstract void, so run method. Simple methods I'm creating. Abstract string send message and a string message. So you can create these methods different way, classes differently. So multiple classes you can define them however you want. Let's build some concrete methods. So I'm not sure how many of you written print 1 to 100 without using numbers. So did you
Yes, we
complete
did.
this task?
Yeah. I think with the help of a character, we did, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So let me write one static method. I'll build it, okay? Print 1 to 100 without numbers. Okay, so that's the logic. See, this is the concrete method. This is the abstract method. It doesn't have a body. So I'll just declare, I will use a for loop, okay? I'll use a for loop here. So simply you can take int I equal to like this. You can do that and you can take for loop to get 1 to 100. So I And you already got there, okay? I less than, so small d and I plus plus. Otherwise, you can write this logic. You can build this logic. It is complaining. So we can build it here itself. Right? So then just simply print the values. I'll use print method. Print. So just type /t. I'm just giving a one tab so that I can bring the cursor to next line. After printing, I'll bring the cursor to next line. That's it. So simple method I created. Okay, done. So maybe if you want, you can write no, to understand that printing 1 to 100 without using numbers. Say, did you see anywhere numbers here? No, right? So that's the simple. And how many of you completed the task of, difference of odd and even numbers sum? Have you completed that with for loop? No, right? Let me write that out. Protected. I want to return type. So some difference. So you give the numbers. Okay, so what number you want to print sum? So then you can print it. So I need to declare first two sums. Even sum equal to 0, odd sum equal to 0. Now, so I'll use a for loop. So int I equal to 0, I less than number dot length. Okay, so this number, right? Number till that number I need to iterate. I just start here 1, so you don't need. And I plus plus. If so I percentile by 2 equal to 0, then even sum equal to even sum plus I. Else odd sum equal to odd sum plus I. Now you got the even sum and odd sum with this logic, right? Now you return. So return even sum minus odd sum. That's it. So any questions here? Simple, call the main method. Now we can execute here, but you cannot create object. Let me show you. You cannot create object for abstract class. If I create object for abstract class, it will cry. See, you got error here. So what it is saying? Abstract demo, abstract cannot be instantiated. Okay. So if you cannot instantiate, you cannot call this non-static members, right? Non-static members you cannot call. Only static members, if you want, you can call. So that is the abstract class, how you can define. See, concrete methods I defined, abstract methods I have defined, declared, constructor also I have declared, static and non-static variables I have declared. All kinds of variables you can declare, but you cannot create object for abstract class. So why you cannot create object for abstract class? Because there are undefined methods here. So there is no body for these abstract methods. So without definition of these methods, you cannot use them. For example, if you create object, you have to use these methods. That's why they are not allowing. If you create object, you have to call these methods, right? Without logic, what this method has to do? So that's why they are not allowing to create object for any abstraction process, either for abstract class or for interface. You should not allow to create object. It won't allow you to create object for any abstraction process, either abstract class or interface, both. For both of them, you cannot create object. For both of them, you cannot create object. So let's go and implement these abstract methods. Are you clear on all these methods? Or any questions? You see, this method you can call. Static you can call. And you can execute also, no issues. See that? All 1 to 100 printed. Oh, 100 is less than or equal to your. So that's why you have to test it. If you test it only, you will come to know. See, now let's execute it. So now it was printing only till 99. Now you got 100 also. See? So these are all conditions, boundary conditions we missed. And that's how everybody make mistakes. You have to run it and then you will come to know whether your code is working or not. Without running, it's not possible. Okay, let's implement this abstract methods. Implement abstract. So extends, what is the keyword you need to use between subclass and abstract class? Extends keyword you have to use between normal class and abstract class. Abstract demo. Abstract demo is the abstract class, and you have to implement them in the child class. See that it is asking class implement abstract must either be declared abstract or implement abstract methods run in abstract demo. So we don't want to declare abstract, we want to implement. So let's implement the methods. Click on implement methods. So these two methods I want to implement. See, both the methods structure has come and it is overridden. You are overriding again. So in the abstraction also you are getting method overriding. You are getting a method overriding concept. Clear? So again, see, one OOPS concept has multiple other OOPS concepts. Again, method overriding is involved in the abstraction process. That means runtime polymorphism is happening here. Simply, I'll write some. So, hello. Let's message. So just logic I'm developing. Develop the logic. Now you can create object So let's have a main method. And now see, you can make this superclass ABOBs equal to new, which class? Child class. This is the runtime polymorphism concept. So left side parent class, that reference variable is pointing to child class object. Is pointing to child class object. Now ABOB say dot, so run method. Then sysout dot println, and you can call ABOB dot send message. So right, this is the return type method. I am just directly calling in the print statement. So let's execute this. See, run the program. This run method is executed. Then hello Java. So this is the logic I build. Hello Java is printed. So I given the input to this method and called with object. See, parent class object reference variable pointing to child class object. This is called runtime polymorphism or upcasting. So now see, with this upcasting process, you can call all other methods of abstract class methods also you can call. See, I will call, what is that methods? Some difference, right? Some difference, 100 numbers difference I want. So this is a return type method, right? Int result equal to return type method I have written. So this method output is a type, integer type and variable, and I'm storing this method output I am storing in this variable. Then I can print that value. So result value is a result. See, you can call other methods as static variables. So directly you can call, right? Static variables you can call directly. See that? Maybe I can call abstract class static variable. You can call directly. What is that? Yes, right? Yes. See, I didn't declare yes in this class. Still I can call. So even abstract class, so non-static variable. I think that is ABOBs. Directly I cannot call. I have to use object reference, even though it is declared in the parent class. So parent class, I have to use child class object reference to call non-static member. So that's even you can call other methods also, right? I called this method and even static method one print 1 to 100. So this all this you can call direct, right? That's it. Let's execute the code. See this. So see constructor also the variable, first static variable, then static method, then constructor is executed. Why constructor executed? After this method, there is an object creation happened on the 17th line. When you create object, it is constructor will be initialized, right? Constructor will be invoked. It will invoke at the time of object creation. Constructor will be invoked at the time of object creation. So that's what invoked constructor here. Then run method, then send message method, then result value and non-static variable value. So this is the how you can develop the abstract class and implementation in the child class. So these methods you can develop differently in different classes. One more child class you can create and you can do this. So take up this exercise and develop these two methods differently in another child class. Okay? Is that good? Are we
Yes,
good?
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So please come up with practice, and tomorrow we'll see interface concept. That's one of the very famous concept for our Selenium. So Selenium, you need this interface concept widely because Selenium itself an interface there. That's why you need interface concept, and all other classes will use this. So that's why you need that. Yeah, thank you. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we can finish this interface. Then till OOPS will be over. So by March ending, we'll close the Java. Okay, thank you. Any questions?